All right, guys, we're recording now. So thanks so much for hopping on. I feel like we haven't had a face-to-face Zoom in too long, and that's totally my fault. I think I got a little carried away with just posting the recordings, but I just felt like I missed you guys, so I'm glad that, you guys could hop on. November was just a crazy month personally. I think I've apologized to you guys like 15 times, but I just feel that, I don't know if you can feel my absence, but I can feel it. So anyways, these Zooms just really help bring us back together and collaborate. So I'm just excited to talk to you tonight and also to team up with Teresa. We both realized, not too long ago, our team kind of divided and conquered, and it's a great thing. Obviously it worked. We were building more leaders. But these team calls, if we want them to be effective and good, it takes time and effort in our part in planning it, which, anyways, we just decided that it's better if we switch every other week or something like that. So me and Teresa are going to be teaming back up and also giving you guys an opportunity to jump on these calls with us and talk, because it's a learning thing. We didn't just decide one day we're going to run team calls. We kind of eased our way into it. So anyways, that's the game plan. We're going to get back to more weekly Zooms and alternating so that we have more time to still work on our business, which grows your business. So it's a good thing all around, and it's partnership and it's teamwork, and that's kind of what we're talking about today. So again, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to our rock stars today. I think we had a lot of rank advancements in the group, so I apologize if I don't, say the emeralds or diamonds or stuff like that, but just a huge one. Jennifer Wooten hit 5-star elite. She's gonna be elite. She has all of her elite points, and it's crazy. Thank God she went and had a spa day. I saw she rewarded one of her coaches with it, and it's just so cool. That's good for our team. She gets more. There's just a million benefits that come with it. I won't go into it, but it's a huge deal, and it's something we all strive for. That's like that big, big goal. I mean, yes, diamond is that first big goal, but that's like a big, big, big goal. And then Teresa is like right there. It's just contagious. She hit 3-star qualifying today. So anyway, it's just a huge day in Beachbody world. So thank you guys for taking the time to congratulate everybody. And anyways, let's get to it. So part of, the reason we wanted to talk tonight is just the importance of staying connected and having that person. And I'm going to use my Grey's Anatomy, love, but just calling Teresa like my person from the beginning. She was my first real coach, okay? And we've kind of done this together. I always call her my partner in crime, whatever you want to call it. But I knew that I was never going to give up because I had her on my team. So I want to encourage you guys, if you don't have that person on your team, that you got to find one. I see so often people will get signed up. They sign up their mom, their husband, their sister, all these family members that you basically made them sign up, right? They don't actually want to work the business. They're discount coaches. And it's awesome. You got an emerald. Woohoo! Like you get that rank advancement, you get bonuses, but then what? Are you going to stop after you get that? There's a fly. I'm sorry. Are you going to stop once you hit emerald? No, you have to find that person, and not just that one person. Like, love you, Teresa, but she's not my only person anymore. But, I have lots of people, and that's the fun part. But you have to have that person that's not going to let you quit, not going to let you slow down. I think me and Teresa both kind of treated this as a hobby. I think we can agree on that for a while. We wanted it. We said, yes, I'm going to be a star diamond in 60 days. Like, we had these big dreams, but we can both acknowledge that we weren't doing the behaviors that got us there. We were hobby coaches for a while, but we also, it's a success story. We're still here. We both have this fly. I'm sorry, it's like a fruit fly. But we both never gave up, and we never gave up on each other. We always stayed connected. And so it's just super important to find that person that you can brainstorm with. So she's going to talk a little bit more about her story at the end and kind of what changed for her this year. How did she go from being a hobby coach to a business coach, and the ripple effect that made. So I'll let her go in on that. But anyways, I just really want to encourage you, don't get stuck at a rank and not have those people to help you stay accountable, because this business is so awesome, and we want everyone on our team to be successful. That's the only way we're successful. And it's not a selfish thing, you know, we really genuinely want our teammates to grow and flourish. And we're going to be talking about year-end goals. I had made a post about this in our team page, but you know, don't wait for the New Year's resolutions to come along. You need to make those team goals, those end of the year goals right now. Where do you want to finish at the end of this year? Okay, and if rank means nothing to you, don't set your goal in rank. You know, make it, I want to add 3 people to my team. You know, you have to decide what that goal is for you. Nobody else can decide that for you, or you're not going to push for it. It's unnatural, you know. That's, you know, you don't sit down and have somebody else make your New Year's resolutions. So don't make what I'm saying or what Teresa's saying or Jen or whoever dictate what your goals are. If your goals are strictly, you know, on your fitness journey right now, make it about that. You know, don't let us, I mean, we're here to encourage you and motivate you to make business goals, but at the end of the day, this is your business and you have to decide what those goals are going to be. And I encourage you to like okay, I want to end, and I'm going to share my goals with you. And this is kind of a learning experience, you know, for me. Obviously, you know, the cutoff day was today. And like I said, like we had these big goals. I wanted to be 5-star by this time, and it just didn't happen. And I honestly, you know, for those of you who knew what was going on this month, it was just a tough month for me personally. And that happens. Like I went on vacation, I was in a wedding, my son got diagnosed with some scary thing. I took a little time off, and I don't like time off, but I personally needed that. And I realized, you know, pretty quickly, I'm not going to make 5-star because I'm not doing the activities to get me there, okay? So it was a reality check, and it kind of stung, but I'm also so happy for everybody that did it. Hit it today, because they deserved it. You could see them working for it. So anyways, but the good thing is, you know, in this business, we always set goals, okay? I don't even know how long it took me to go diamond the first time. It was around Summit, so it was about 6 to 7 months, okay? We all set goals, and then sometimes we don't hit them, and that sucks, and it sucks. But what are you going to do about it? You just set another goal. So if any of you, I mean, today was a big, you know, incentive for a lot of people to qualify for our Diamonds retreat and stuff. If you didn't make it, don't give up, you know. We always are offering stuff, so something else is going to come your way. The big key thing here is just to keep moving forward and keep reaching after those goals, okay? So don't get down on yourself, but also realize that, you know, do a reality check. Was I doing the activities that should have gotten me there, okay? Honestly, I was doing my power hour and stuff, but I was plugging so much into you guys, I wasn't doing my workouts, okay? And I want you guys to all ask yourself, really, like, am I working out every day? Okay, that's a huge part of this business. Are you working out every day? Are you drinking your shake every day? Are you building relationships every day? If the answer to one of those is no, then you're not going to reach your goal. Like, because, you know, although I had tons of stuff to private message you guys about, I didn't have stuff to share on social media because I wasn't doing it. Like, I was planning my daughter's birthday. You know, it's just life happens. And anyways, that sucks. But I just want to share that vulnerability with you, that, like, as excited as I was today, I also stung a little bit, but I'm still so excited for everybody that worked for it because they deserved it, okay? Let's see. And then another thing is just finding out your style. You know, we've got a bunch of new coaches on here, and maybe, you know, typically you join your coach because you have a connection with them for some reason. Maybe you liked their style of coaching. Maybe you don't like their style of coaching, but you believe in the company and what their message and stuff like that is. So you have to find what works for you, okay? Where was I going with that? Oh, I wanted to share just my end of the year goal, because I want you all to go home and think about this too, where you want to end the year. I'm currently I dropped down to a 2-star diamond, so I want to get back up to 3 and then create a new one, a 4-star diamond, and be premier. And that means getting elite points, which blah, blah, blah. It all means that you guys are successful. That's the only way that I get those points, is if you guys are hitting Success Club, if you guys are growing your teams. So really, my focus right now is to just dive into you guys and help you guys grow your businesses, okay? I'm not I mean, I'm always looking for new people to add to the challenge group, always looking for new coaches, but really I want to flourish the people that I have. Everybody here right now on this call, everybody in our team, I want you guys to be successful. I don't want to just push you off to the side and go for new people. So something I really want to get back to, and I know Teresa's doing the same thing, is having a bi-weekly 15-minute goal setting session, okay? These are like our one-on-ones, and I know something that is super daunting is even just setting up one-on-ones once you have a big team, okay? But if you want a one-on-one ever, just message your coach and say, can we have a call? Because sometimes we don't know if you want to even talk to us. And, you know, us as your uplines, we can only do so much for you. We can't go in and post for you. We can't go in and do your workout for you. We can't go, you know, so there's only so much we can do, but we can help you set goals and hold you accountable and see if you met those goals. So that's kind of the goal. We're all going to set up a bi-weekly 15-minute check-in thing. So anyways, keep an eye out in your team pages for that and make sure you sign up. You know, we're not going to go hound people. Hey, do you want to have a one-on-one? Because we want you to come to us because it shows that you're wanting to build this business, okay? So let's see, what was I going to say? And whatever your goals are, don't overcomplicate it, okay? Ooh, there's a little, there we go. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay, yes, you want to be diamond. What does that break down to? Know what you're aiming for. You have to have 8 coaches. You have to have 2 of those people be emeralds. But how are you going to get those coaches? You have to be running challenge groups. This entire business runs down to, you know, running awesome challenge groups, helping your helping your challengers get awesome results and building new relationships with people. So, you know, don't have your eyes so focused on that sparkly, you know, 5 diamond, whatever it is. Break it down to the little goals, the daily activities, the weekly activities, and that's what's going to advance your business without you even knowing it, you know? Well, I mean, you're going to know it because you're working for it, but you know what I mean. Let's see. Let me have some notes. Let me watch my time because sometimes I ramble. Okay. So this new coach group that we have coming up, I just want to kind of dive into the groups that we have coming up. At least in, you know, my little Mel's page, we've kind of divided and conquered a little bit. So maybe, you know, if you're on Teresa's or Jen's team, this might not completely apply, but you're always more than welcome. But we're just going to do a random acts of kindness group starting on Monday. And it's just a free group, a way for you to add people in and build a connection. And we're just going to, you know, 'tis the season. We're trying to, you know, just share different ways that you can be kind in the community and stuff. It has absolutely nothing to do with health and fitness, although I'm sure we'll share a little bit of that in there, but just a way to build relationships. And that starts on Monday. The next one is the 30th, and that's the one you guys have probably all marked on your calendar, and that's the coaches only group, okay? And this is where you guys get to get pumped up again and be challengers again. I need this group so bad, because like I said, November just sucked for me and I hated it, and I'm ready to rock December. And starting off with the 3-day refresh and then the 21-day fix. So whatever you're choosing, whatever 21-day program, use this program to get your awesome results, you know, for this end of the year, for that New Year's resolution boom. But also, something that I want to keep in mind, like I said, you know, you all need to have that person, okay? Whether that's your personally sponsored coach or somebody else, use this coaches only group to find your coaching partner. We call them success partners, whatever. The rank doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long they've been a coach. The only thing that matters is that you guys are going at the exact same speed, okay? Like maybe somebody's a diamond, maybe somebody's an emerald, whatever, but you're both hustling and you're both doing your daily, you know, setting goals together. So if you don't have that person, you need to find them, and I want to encourage you to find them in this coaching group, okay? So maybe it's somebody that you completely just relate with. Maybe you're both moms, or maybe you're both working, you know, people or dog lovers or whatever. Like I said, find that person and just message them. Say, hey, do you already have a success partner? Like, because I would love to team up with you because, you know, once you have a team of a bunch of coaches, it's hard. Like, as much as we want to message you guys all day, sometimes, you know, we get a little overwhelmed. And if we don't answer immediately, you need to have somebody else that you can go to. Yes, the team pages are there, but it's just awesome to have that connection with somebody. Or maybe it's a couple people. Maybe it's a group thread. You know, we have a group thread going, and it's super helpful. We all just pump each other up. So anyways, I just really want to encourage you guys to keep your eyes out for your fit friend, somebody that you really connect with, so that you can have a success partner and find your person, because that person is going to keep you in this business, and that person is going to help you flourish in this business. And it's so fun to do it together. And that way, you know, when you get down, when somebody says, oh, I don't like the taste of Shakeology, I just mixed it with water, then you can say, you can vent to that person, you guys can talk about it. Use your freaking blender, you know, whatever. So you need to have somebody that's always on your side, somebody that you can vent to about those little things, so you can just laugh it off, okay? And now I'm going to turn it over to Ressa, and she's had an amazing year, and she's going to talk about what the difference is. You know, I'll let her explain it, but I'm muting myself.
Thank you. I wanted to touch on two things that Melissa said really quick before I go into that. And the one was kind of about finding your person and finding that success partner. And I feel like there's not only do you have the benefit of like bouncing ideas off of, but I think it's so important to have that person that, because you do have ups and downs, and, you know, it's okay to be all excited about the business and you're all passionate about it when things are up, but that month or that week where like everything just sucks, you know, and you're trying to get out of your head and you just can't, and you're overwhelmed and you're frustrated. Like, I know, like, I messaged Melissa and I'm like, I don't know, we have to talk, because I can't see through my frustration, you know, and we can kind of talk it out and come up with a plan and like some goals. So it's so important to have somebody, like she was saying, that you can not only vent to, you know, but to also just kind of release your frustrations and kind of come up with a plan and get a new perspective on things, because sometimes that's all you need is just somebody else who, you know, is kind of dealing with the same thing as you are, but maybe a different perspective or a different, like a different way to go about it. So, so the one thing that I kind of wanted to talk about tonight, when Melissa had mentioned that we were going to do this, like have a heart-to-heart call, and I feel like it was so important for me to talk about. So I've been doing this for 3 years, you know, and I feel like that's not a good example of like how long it takes to reach a certain goal. I feel like, you know, like Melissa was saying, I treated this like a hobby in the beginning. I didn't realize I was, but I treated it like a hobby. And so I'm like, you know, what really is the difference between this year and the past 2 years? And it all goes down to goal setting. So when I started, and I would think back, like I had goals year 1, I had goals year 2, but I had these big goals. And so that's great. Like, you have to have these big goals that you're going to go after and just kind of dream big and what it is that you're going to accomplish. But what would happen for me is, like, it would be January and I had this goal that I needed to hit by December. So if I didn't make much traction in January, no big deal, I had 11 months. If I didn't make much traction in February, no big deal, I still had 10 months. And so this kind of continued on. And so I had relative success. Like, I had more success in year 2 than year 1. And so it was a measure of success, but it wasn't, you know, you create these big goals and then you're like, okay, I got a year to hit it. And then before you know it, the year goes by like that, and it's September, October, and you're like, crap, you know. And so now you're scrambling last minute to try to make stuff happen. Then it doesn't happen. You get frustrated and you get discouraged. And I went into year 2 saying, okay, I'm going to do it. This is the goal that I set for myself last year. I'm going to do it this year. And I did better, but I made the same mistakes. And so this year when I started, I still had like big goals that I wanted to reach, but it came down to breaking it into like monthly goals. Like, what am I going to do this month? What am I going to do? Because if you have a monthly goal, then you know what you need to do each week. So if your goal is Success Club 5 or 10 this month, then you know you have to get a certain amount of points, you know, by a certain amount of time, or you have to be talking to a certain amount of people. Then you can break that down into weekly goals. And here's what happens when you have like weekly goals. You know that you have something that you have to push for immediately. And so you make yourself show up when you don't want to show up. And that has made all the difference, because when it's February and you've got until December and you don't want to work one night, you don't have to, because you have 8 months to make that goal. So it not only came down to like goal setting, but it was setting small goals. that was going to culminate, to this big goal. So if I wanted, 5-star by the end of the year, then this is how many diamonds I needed to get that many diamonds. This is how many coaches I needed, which breaks it down to how many coaches a month, how many challenge groups, it just all breaks down into like these tiny goals. And then it comes back to challenge groups, and how many people am I adding into challenge groups? And it was such a wake up call for me in October. October is probably one of the best months I've had in a really, really long time. And when I sat back and I looked at it and I said, what was the difference between October and all the previous months? And it was that challenge group. Like, I was more dedicated, more committed, more passionate about that group. We had templates, but we did not stick to the templates were more of a guideline, not so everybody just kind of talked and put emotion and feeling into it. And so I feel like, that was a new goal for me. And so this is what I'm trying to pass on to my coaches too, is that these challenge groups are the lifeblood of our business. Like, this is what gets you coaches. And that's where Success Club comes in. And it kind of all starts to tie together, And when you have those new people in the challenge groups, so you have your customers from a couple months ago that kind of fell off, but they want to be rolled into your new group. And so if you want to continue to have successful groups every single month, we have to have that new blood in there, because they're excited, they're fired up, they're ready to go. And then they end up motivating the people that fell off last month. And like, the energy just becomes so great inside these groups. So I challenge my team, and I challenge you guys to focus on being able to sustain your own challenge group. So that means that if you're going to team up with another coach, great. If you're going to team up with your talent line, great. Each person commit to getting 3 new people in that challenge group, so that if something happens, you could run a challenge group all by yourself and you have 3 new people to add into a group. That gives you Success Club, that gives you coach prospects every single month, new people that you're working with, gives you new referrals. Like, October was a month of so many referrals for me, and they're still trickling in from this month because of the new people that we got started. And so that came from, just kind of focusing on what I had lacked before that I could kind of start doing now. And so I guess that's what I wanted to share, was that that's what I feel made all the difference, was just kind of putting something in front of myself weekly and monthly that made me, show up and work when I didn't want to. And it was like doing those little things, and setting those tiny little goals. Like, I'm going to sell 1 challenge pack this week, or, I'm going to do 1 free group, or I'm going to, do a one-on-one call with 1 coach, this week, whatever it was. And it just kind of started to snowball. And I don't know if you guys were on, I think it was last week, Carl had done where he had kind of talked about, he did the live stream, and it was really cool what he was saying. And so he was talking about how the end of the year, a lot of people kind of feel like, especially when you do reach a goal, they're like, okay, I can relax. It's the end of the year. It's a slow time. It's the holidays. Everybody is focused on, family and eating, whatever. I'll get started in January. The 4th quarter of the year sets you up for 2016. So we kind of always talk about how there's a 3 to 6 month delay in this business. Then not 3 to 6 months to where you have any success, but like 3 to 6 months to where you really start to feel that momentum building, and you kind of really feel that ball rolling, and that, you're kind of being propelled forward. And that generally takes 3 to 6 months, just kind of depending on how you're working your business. And so you don't want to get that ball started rolling at the busiest time of the year, because that's when your momentum's slow. Like, you want that ball to be rolling full force come January, February, March, our busiest time of the year. That means that we have to be planting seeds now. Like, now's the time, even if we aren't getting coaches to sign up, or, selling a ton of challenge packs because it's a difficult time of the year or whatnot. Like, this is the time where we should be talking to more people and planting more seeds, and just kind of doing as much as we can, so that come January, those people that didn't want to hop into your challenge group, and now they're faced like all the new stuff that we have coming out, and it's the new year, and summer's now right around the corner. And so the 1st quarter of the year is our best quarter. Like, this is the time right now to kind of get that ball rolling and get that momentum rolling, so that we can take advantage of that 1st quarter of the year. And I thought that was I thought that was really, really important. I thought that was really cool to share. So that's what I'm trying to kind of get, our team focused on, is just, running the free groups, doing some like glance into coaching or the happy hour groups that we're talking about doing, just really starting to invite over these next 6 weeks. And, so that we can take advantage of, of the first quarter of the year. So I feel like there was something else I wanted to say and now I can't remember. Hang on. I want to look at my notes. It was something that you had mentioned. What you were talking about before finding a support system?
Success partners in the coaches only group.
No.
I'll talk for a minute, and if it comes up,
okay.
Then you can chime back in. But just absolutely whatever, everything that she said. Our entire business boils down to challenge groups and how many people we're adding into there. And I know we have some new coaches, and you might be wondering what's the Success Club and all that kind of stuff. Remember, a challenge pack is worth 2 points. A Shakeology HD order is worth 1. And any way you add those up and get 5 points, that's a Success Club. And if you're a brand new coach, you have 3 months to hit it consecutively in a row. But don't just get it 3 months in a row, say, whoop, got my Success Club ticket, and then stop. Like, that's an ongoing thing that every single successful coach does. They always get Success Club. And like Teresa said, everyone that you do a group with, encourage them to get at least 3 people in. Why? Because if those 3 people sign up with this challenge pack, you all hit Success Club, okay? It's the Fall Classic right now. We don't talk about it that much, but basically it's just a month to do the best you can, right? And we have all the tools we need right now. We have the 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme, the kickstart package with the cleanse. We have size. We have everything we need, okay? And, like we say, we don't like to talk about this being a slow time of year. And it's not slow. Like, look at Jen. Like, she just signed up like 400. It's all about who you're talking to, and it's about your mindset. This is actually an extremely busy time for our company because there's so many holiday parties, there's so many activities of people getting together doing, there's so much stuff going on that this is the time to build those relationships, okay? So even if people are not joining your team right now, they will, okay? That's just the way it works. Like, it took Jen Wooten an entire year to join Teresa before she said yes. Like, she turned her down every single time. And the truth is, you have to be ready. You have to be ready to go all in, and you get to decide when that is. So I just want to encourage you all to make those goals, make those end of the year goals, and post them, okay? If you just keep that to yourself, I guarantee, now I don't want to guarantee, but if you just keep it to yourself, you probably won't hit it because it's easy to let yourself down, okay? It's easy to just say, oh, I'll get it next month, no biggie, okay? But when you put it out there into the universe, when you tell your coach, I'm going to hit Success Club this month, you're going to do it. Like, there's just something about it. Something that I loved doing, and it helped me reach a ton of goals, and I would set them up in my bathroom. I had a whiteboard, or I'd write them on my mirror with a dry erase marker, and it was just my month goal. And I even had a little, I remember putting a star there and said, shine bright like a diamond. I did, and private message 5 people every single day. It was literally my power hour, but it was basically my goals for that month. And I hit them because I wrote them down. I saw them every time I brushed my teeth, brushed my hair. They were staring at me in my face, and they're on my mind. So whatever you're focusing on, that's what's going to happen. So don't let this end of the year end slow, and wait to make those relationships. Like Teresa said, build those relationships now, and they're going to flourish. And guys, we have so much awesome stuff coming out. Our challenge groups are now going to be, you're going to be able to host them on an app. How cool is that? All of your Instagram people that don't have Facebook, or maybe make our life easier. I don't know. We haven't actually gotten to use it yet. It's still in the works, but that's awesome. We're going to be on Apple TV. So cool. We have Hammer and Chisel coming out, which, don't just plan, if you're a planner, and you should be making those goals, don't just figure out what your December goals are. You need to know what January is too, okay? So that when you invite people, you have to have something to invite them to. It's super comfortable to invite somebody to a free group because you're not asking anything of them except to, add their name in. So make sure you know what groups you're going to be a part of, and that you have something to invite them to. December, January, even do February. And if somebody isn't ready to commit, say, don't worry, girl, I do these every single month. So you let me know when you're ready. And you can even end it. I always say end every single conversation with a question so that they're more likely to write you back and say, I host these every single month. Is it okay if I understand right now is not a good time. Is it okay if I let you know about my upcoming groups? They're going to say, yeah, sure, send me a message. And it's just a really good way. And then you write that name down on your follow-up list, okay? So anyways, guys, thanks so much for hopping on. Hopefully this pumped you up a little bit. We've got, hopefully, I think I recognize a lot of faces on here and names of people being in the Coaches Only group. Use that group to get your awesome results. Be that person that is working out during this time of temptations so that they're going to turn to you and say, what did you do? So anyways, guys, thanks so much for hopping on, and we'll post this recording for your team so that they can watch it too. All right, good night, guys.
Good night.
Oh, did you ever think of your thing, Teresa?
No, well, no, I'm good.
Okay. All right, good night.
All right, good night.